Yeah, I think it's an interesting point because I remember watching. Obviously, I saw that clip, and I also saw on the Brodie Lee tribute. People have talked to you about this many times on AEW, and you could see the emotion. And clearly, obviously, that's not going to be fake, but you can certainly tell. You've got to, it's that expressive nature of your face and things like that. And that's it's an expressive face you have, and I think that's you can tell when it means something, and you could tell that emotion was there. And I think that's a beautiful skill. It's a beautiful skill to have, to be able to do that, to really, because you really felt it. I remember watching that and watching you come out on the AEW show, and I was like, I remember, it's an emotional thing, and to be able to share that emotion with a much wider audience, that's quite beautiful. I think that's really cool.
It's not a fun place to
No,
be
no,
in your, and
no, no.
grieving, it sucks, and everyone deals with grief in different ways. And unfortunately for me, people see how I because I put myself out there to grieve. But it was, that show specifically was during COVID, and there's no funerals happening at that time.
Yeah.
And there's no wakes, there's no saying goodbye with loved ones. And everyone that was backstage, his wife, his kids, like, that was something I needed. That was something I really needed at the time. Just to be able to slowly move on with him on my mind and everybody that loved him.
Yeah, it was a really beautiful moment. As I say, as a fan, as somebody watching that, just for you to kind of allow yourself, or just kind of let that emotion out. It's not, it's a great thing to be able to, even in such difficult times, be able to share that with people. And that kind of moves me to my next question. You've talked about, in previous interviews and also here, wanting to kind of subvert the expectation of the big hulking guy on camera, whether that's in movies or in wrestling. And I wonder, if I ask you directly, Joseph, are you comfortable with if you have to cry, if you have to show that emotion to somebody, is that something that you have always been comfortable with, or have you had to find that through another aspect of your life, find that emotional connection, if that makes sense?
No, that's not something that was easy for me.
Okay.
And I can coach on me tremendously, just to get to the points when I did film Ghost of the Ozarks, of being able to be available emotionally. And that's not something that's easy, to put yourself out there for anybody. And it took work, but I think once I get to that point, there's no turning back, and I'm okay with it. But yeah, I've always pretty much tried to hide my emotions, and I think it goes back to not wanting to be this big tough guy, because you're supposed to hold it all in and deal with it, like when you're growing up. I grew up in the '80s. They would say grow up like a man, and man up, and like, that's a bunch of crap. Like, if you hold it in, then how's anybody gonna know that you need help? How's anybody gonna know that you need somebody? Because people generally want to shower you with love, and if you're holding that in, no one knows you're hurting. No one knows you have anything going on. So if you have anything going on in your life, ask for help. You know what I mean? Because that's gonna, if you hold all this stuff in, like, you're gonna pop, and people need help.